just 1 second. Let me make sure this is... No, that's as bright as it's gonna go. I'm mixing ultramarine blue and yellow ochre. And it makes sort of a, it makes a green, but it's not as in your face kind of green. Hi, Dawdling Writer, how are you? What are you up to? I'm gonna use this big old honker of a brush. Well, it's like a 1/2 inch. I'm gonna do a video just on these brushes, I swear. I missed your sprints yesterday. And yeah, I was it yesterday? I don't know. It may, yeah, it was yesterday. I had already finished, I think, my work for the day. Oh, cool. Very cool. That, kudos. Yeah. I think that's awesome. I was reminded this morning how important it is to do stuff like that. Sort of a act of rebellion, I guess, if you will. Let's see. Keep hoping I'll find that setting on there. I messed with my camera yesterday and got it set correct so that this was in focus, and it looks like the white balance is out of whack now. But I guess it's not that bad. Today's obviously going to be a very casual painting session. I want to get this painted more for myself than anything else. Yeah, the white balance is off. I know I just cleaned my brush off, but this is a This isn't really an underpainting. I immediately this morning went looking for Elise Myers, Brandon Ferris, Christine Snaps videos. I was watching some last night. Just something that was positive, because every it seems like there's a lot of discussion of LA, and I know we come here to get away from that though, so I'll hush about that. I'm having an emotional morning over all of it. So let's get into painting so we can escape it. That's just some titanium white. I need some like peachy, so I'm going to take some of this cad yellow. Whoops, bad habit of mine. I cleaned out my paint deposit area because it was just sad. So I've got all my paint tubes over there. So I'm gonna mix some like peachy. I'm putting that yellow with that cad red medium, and then I'm gonna steal some of this white and lighten it down. Needs more. We always need more white on here, don't we? That's closer to what I need. So I'm going to block all this in. You're going to work on your crochet because you've been drooling over stained glass making videos. And I do not need another new hobby. Yeah, I understand. And I just put that in there with all that red on it. I'm telling you, today I need some grace. I almost canceled today. But I thought, what good was that going to do? Take off some of that green there. And there. I usually follow politics fairly close. Not, totally. I'm not totally absorbed by them, but I'm gonna try not to talk about it. I think we've all had enough of it. Unless it's good news. Oh, like I said, the people here locally, announced that they were doing scholarships for everybody that went K through 12 in our local district. Everybody. Full scholarships. Which just, you know, what do you, yeah, that's just, they did not want people, they said they did not want people in the community to come out of school with a bunch of debt. And I just think that's amazing. Let's see. Up here? Maybe? No, not exactly, but we'll make it there. It's warm in here. I don't know what it is outside. My AC's not on. Here. I will say that's much better. It could still use my white balance. I know, isn't that just awesome? They've done so much for the community as a whole. I mean, they start people in businesses. They have a daycare. They have, I mean, that they treat their employees too really, really well. They get huge bonuses when the company does well. I've spoken of it before that when their company was, it was during the recession. I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, that goes right there. They didn't have enough work for the guys to do. I say guys because it's mostly men that work there. So they put them out in the community and had them doing things. They like repaired churches and worked on people's houses and you know, just and paid for their kept them on the pay scale or paid yeah, paid for their hours out of their. And I know every community does not have that. I'm really hot. I'm gonna go see if the AC is just turned up. It was turned up a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. I just booped it down. I don't know if it'll cut on or not. Let's see. I think I need to go ahead. Maybe do that darker. I put foil in here because when oil paint dries, it gets really hard. And I have to use a razor blade to cut it out. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I'm not being very positive at the moment. I don't know how detailed I'm going to have this. If I'm going to have it very just, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's more like therapy for me today. Trying not to be skimpy on paint, which is one of my bad habits. Really get in there, put that stuff on there. I can always wipe it off if it's too much. Or one problem I have is right here is the card with her name on it. So I'm gonna have to make up something for there. I wish I could just play my regular music. No, it's all oil. I just, usually I have this filled up here with oils that I pull from to put here. And instead I took most of them out and put them on here and clean this out. That's why there's, yeah. No, they're all oils. I love oils. I like acrylics sometimes too, but oils are just more my thing. I need a really, really dark green. So I'm going to add some, just a little bit of alizarin crimson to that green that I was using with the ultramarine and yellow ochre. I don't know what I'm going to put on as the background, probably just a tone. No, it's all oils. I did have an episode a while back where I mixed in my oils and my acrylics together, which was a big whoops. I love oils. I do. There is just, I don't know, there's just something about them. I'm going to go ahead and paint all this in. I'm going to have to go over that with a lighter kind of to put in like a baby's breath type thing. But yeah, and they aren't as messy as what I think a lot of people think. It's or toxic even. It's the cleaning up of them that brings out the toxins. Or if you get it a lot on your skin, because they're not airborne. I've recently seen someone do the underlay in acrylic and then the top layers with oil. Well, and it's faster too. If you do the underpainting in acrylic, the acrylic will dry really quick, and you can go in and begin doing the oils over that a lot quicker than if you did the underpainting. That's not very white. But we'll make it white. I'm okay at this point. They're getting to be a little intermixing of. Have you seen the TikTok where the woman thought her couch was gray? Or thought it was blue, and it turned out it was gray? And she didn't realize that she was partially colorblind in those areas. And she helps people choose furnishings and interior. And they said that they told her there's an app you can get where you can send things to people, and they will tell you what color it is for people that are colorblind. And it turned out she was on there helping people because she didn't realize she herself was colorblind. I don't know if this is gonna be that needs to be darker. I made an extra loop in there. Yeah, but it was like a gray. It was definitely gray. It was, at first I thought everybody thought it was going to be kind of like the dress. You know, it was this. Fortunately, she had a really good sense of humor about it, and she wasn't like, no, it's not. There were enough people that told her. Crocheting is something I never got very good at. It's one of those things my mom could do really well. Not me. And she was left-handed and she learned how to do it right-handed. I guess she had an aunt that was really good at those type things, and she tried to teach her to do it left-handed. And it just didn't, she couldn't get her head around it herself, so. There's a lot of things that my mother could do that I wish I had taken the time to learn how to do. She could quilt, and yeah, the whole. She could knit, but it wasn't her strong area. She said she left the knitting to me, which, of course, do I knit now? No. Needed that. Trying to decide what I want to do with this background. And yeah, right there. And that needs to be straighter. I'm pondering. Ponder. I think if I just went with like an off-white or put white on it, it would be fine. It would work out well. And then I can soften some of the edges. Let's get some white out here. Dip it over here, over there. I'm gonna put a healthy amount because again, I don't want to be skimpy with the paint, and I can always put what's left up there. Having trouble getting the lid on. There we go. Yeah, I know I moved it. I'm going to put just a little bit of walnut oil in there just to help it kind of glide. White tends to take a while to dry anyway, so it's just going to make it more so. I think I'm just going to use this. This is a Grumbacher. I thought, nope, it's Winsor & Newton. One flat hog. And I'm just going to kind of slap that on there. There's some greenery in here. So that'll... I usually don't like hog bristle because they just don't have enough flex to them. But I've been using these quite a bit. And this is probably going to turn out to be more like an off-white. Oh, there's an orange flower up here. And over there. Okay. Just trying to get this first layer down. I say I'm not going to be stingy with the paint, then I start getting stingy. So what's everybody else working on today? Anything interesting? I haven't done much read. I need to do that. I need to do some reading. I did order some books the other day, some art books. So they're supposed to be here Saturday. Somebody commented about a book that I had recommended and how much they were enjoying it, and I thought, well, it's been a while since I've done that, so ordered a few that I'd had on my wait list. Trying to look where there's... This is, my goal here is not to put in details. It's just to get in the base colors. And if the colors kind of blend together a little bit, that's fine. Fine and dandy. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get some of these other greens in there that are back here so this stands out a little more. Hi Pierre, how are you? What's going on? How are things in your neck of the woods? Got off to a slow start. I think I may lop off the first of this video once it's up, you know what I mean? Because I did a lot of, I don't want to say whining, but it's been an emotional morning. So we definitely need to be painting. What are you working on today, Pierre? What are you doing? Are you doing anything exciting? I've been watching too much news without even intending to. I'm not being too stingy with the paint, but I am being, it's too thin. There's a red one back here. Let's get that orange one on there. The orangey. It's weird. I didn't even notice that. The two orange and the red. I hope everybody is safe and able to create to their heart's content. I keep reminding myself that a creative act is an act in for every billion in its own, it by itself. But sometimes it just doesn't feel like it. I've gotten off of Facebook because it just got to be where it was just soul sucking. I get on there just to see what other people locally are doing, though. Because a lot of times they'll post pictures of their kids, and my grandkids will be online sometimes. I missed 2 pink flowers back here. I'm adding just a tip of blue, or red, sorry, to that, to the darker green areas. Thanks, you too. It was good seeing you. Oh, okay. Are you driving? I take it. That's cool. Thank you for watching or listening. I hope you're safe. I know you're up in around the coast. East. Collecting paper towels over here. This right here needs adjusted. There. There. I'm just doing this so that visually I will understand what I'm looking at a little better. It's not to be too exact. My brain is not. I really like these shapes right here against that green. Oh, those pink flowers up there. Pinky. And there's a red one up here. You might be able to hear somebody's lawnmower in the neighborhood. That peach and green, there's just something about it. I don't like that. Let me get some of this one red that I prefer for something like that. It's a warmer. I turned the AC down, but it didn't come on. I hope that's not a bad sign of something going on with my AC. That's better. Touch of white. And change that to the full. I might be doing this one completely different than I usually do, just because I like that right there. Oops. Forgot all about my iced coffee. Ooh, got some red in there. That's all right. We're going for loose and can you kind of tell what I'm going after now? Oh, cool. That's cool. started to pick up my small brush, but or smaller brush, to start working on some of this. And I realized I have not blocked any of this in. But I wanted to get some of these stems in there too. But wait a moment. Some artistic license there. I think this might have possibilities. Let's see if I like that peach and green. What do I need down here to bring that out? This I'm going to do true to color, the vase part. And like I said before, when I painted this in, or I did this in oil pastels, this vase reminds me of the water glasses from when I was waiting tables back in the day. I'm just filling this in with the base color of alizarin crimson, even though it's kind of transparent. That might work for it though better, being that it's the vase, and I can add just a little bit of green in here and get some really dark. Coming out, yeah, that's coming off right. You will notice things are in focus better today. I'm sorry about yesterday's. Oh my goodness. I went and looked at it and I did not know. If I didn't need the hours, the watch hours on it, I would pull it, because so much time was spent focused on my hand instead of on the work in the video, or on the, yeah. I mean, it was, if you go to look at it, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. It's not good. But I learned from it, so that's the important thing. Because you'll notice today is in focus. I'll admit the white balance is a little off, but I'll fix that after. What do I make this? I know black would really bring this out, but I don't want to go that far. A gray? Let's see what just kind of a neutral. Maybe. I also got the angle of the camera a lot better this time. It's this is a larger canvas. It's 11 by 14, and you can actually see the whole thing. See, I don't want that to be that high of a contrast. Oh. Oh. Sorry, something just came up. On my thing that a certain account is live, and I don't think I could. It's politically related. I don't think I could. I just don't think I could. Yeah, I don't think I could. I swear I just heard my front door go open. Poncho's not barking though. Is that color gonna? Yeah, I think that might work. If not, I can always change it, huh? That might be a little too dark. Let's make some of that in there. I don't want that necessarily to be a stark, high contrast change here. So I'm going to soften that a little and bring up some of that gray. And speaking of which, oh, I forgot. Somebody had a doctor's appointment today. Totally forgot. Do you need help?
Yeah, maybe a little. Oh, yeah.
Hubby got home and needed some help. We had a package outside that was large. He was trying to carry other stuff. So we're back. I do think the gray is going to work. It does kind of bother me where the red is dipping into there. But should have ordered my books from Walmart. Hubby ordered something and it came in 2 days. I don't have Amazon Prime, so I didn't. Um, I didn't use it. We didn't use it enough when I think hubby got it for. Ooh, I messed that up. That's supposed to be down here. I'm gonna take that off. Much more interesting if it's down there too. And that needs to come down. Let me get this. That needs to come down here. So it's got a little variation there too on sizes. I know that's not the exact color. Right now I'm just working on getting the well, why did I do that when I should have? Oh well. I just love oil paint. There's just something about it, man, it's just in case you missed it, I put in my stats this morning and I am 281 or 461 at the verified, which is a couple of days delayed on YouTube, from 4K. So we're getting there. I'll get there. It will happen. I like how far that comes down. Oh man, look what I did. I dipped the tip of the handle into the paint instead of the brush. I just painted over something that I needed there. Yeah, pretend like I didn't and fix it. Ish. Get some white in there between the, or gray, between the stems that are coming down there. Really wish I had used the other brush. I may go over it to get those nice chunky brush strokes down here. Yeah, but I didn't look at the prices though. I didn't at Walmart. Um, it may have been, full retail. So we do have Walmart, um, whatever it's called, because we have stuff delivered. We're about 15 miles, no, 10 miles from a Walmart, and it makes it easier. To have it delivered. I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna go back to this one. I like these nice chunky brush strokes. I went back to the 1/2 inch transom. I'm gonna do, like I said before, I'm gonna do a video on them. I have it on my list now. Um, these are my new favorite cheap brushes. They have held up so well, and when they did give in, it um, was fixable because of the way they're made. Which is awesome if you are on a budget, which I think we all are these days. I know that ribbon is totally off. I'm getting down to where I'm getting stingy with the paint again too. I think they could just sell this brush by itself and make a killing. See now, there's a white something over here. I'm gonna wipe that off. Semi sorta kinda. Maybe mighta coulda. Finally wised up too and have a piece of tape here in the corner for placement of these size canvases. I'll put more definition on that little blurb over there later on, so it will show up as the flower is supposed to be. Honey, don't worry about making sound with that. No, you're fine. He's putting together a vacuum cleaner. Before he heads to his appointment. Oh my goodness, what? This looks very top heavy on that side. I've got the proportions over here really big. I wonder if I should make this wider. I think I will. Just a smidge. Have it come over here, maybe. So it's a little more balanced. Just putting in a few basic highlights in that. I'm telling you, I love this brush. For this gray, I'm mixing that ultramarine blue and burnt umber and throwing in some white. Okay. That's pretty darn good if I do say so myself. I do wish I'd kept that into proportion though. I'm probably gonna need to, well, see, I almost hate to, I'll do that. I think I'm gonna have to. I love this right here. Oh, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, that brush has been used, so it needs cleaned. That brush needs cleaned. Okay. Now I'm gonna start going through and I'm mixing some of that, more of that green. The palette's getting pretty unruly here. That's the wrong paintbrush. Here we go. This is my Rosemary & Co. 2 Series 274 short flat. I'm just going to start putting in some of these smaller, darker areas. Again, just kind of blocking them in. I'm not going for tight detail. There's some little doohickeys on there. And then just a little bit of red in there to darken that green up. There are a lot of stems in here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm just gonna randomly doing, baby? Ponchos at my feet. Let's see. There is a leaf in there. I think I need to put some sap green or something out on the, there's room. I'm running out of room. What was I using? Oh, that one. It's more transparent, but it'll give me some variation. And it's more of a true green on some of these leaves. And it works nicely with that ultramarine without being overkill. Like I've said before, I have a problem with my greens. I tend to get them too green, if that makes sense. So the fact that I did the frogs, and it turned out as well as it did is a nice accomplishment for me. I said I wasn't going to go into too much detail, but one brush stroke too far on that one. I want it about that value. Here we go. And I can clean up those by using the negative space. And that picture is so much better, the image on screen. That just really makes me happy. This is getting to be where it's the fun part, where I'm like pushing paint around. Not terribly large amount, but enough that it's excuse you. Honey, if you want to leave that box there, I'll take care of it. Sorry, that was probably kind of loud. I am going to scrape that off because there's white underneath there and it's interfering with how dark I can get that. I grabbed the wrong paintbrush too. Don't tell anybody. I do not have the shape of that correct at all. Where's my mirror? I don't know, it's not that far off. I'm gonna switch brushes. This is not the right. Not the right one for what I'm doing. My rosemary. Whoops. That was my delish iced coffee. I was hoping hubby would bring me home a drink, but he said that they were really busy, or he would have got it. It's lunch hour, so a lot of the locals go to that spot. I'm getting a lot of mud And I think it's my brain is just not in the right place today. I'm realizing I don't have any burnt sienna out. Oh, there's one. Probably could use some. Where did I put it? Put it here. And here. And this is Grumbacher's Professional. There's like a burnt orange flower back here. Add a little yellow for some shape. I'm definitely going to have to go back over this with a small brush and help define some of these objects. I may not do that until tomorrow or the next day, because I'm going to I've got it in my head that I'm going to be working on this another day. Just because my head is not in the game today totally. Then again, I may look at it tomorrow and think, wow, that's awesome. I doubt it, but hey. Again, hubby's putting together an item, a vacuum cleaner. So if you hear a screwdriver or a drill, that's what's going on. I can't believe how I'm just like not. Okay, I'm gonna try and get that ribbon. I got that one green out, the sap green. Let's see if it'll, it's more of a teal. Let me see if I got some phthalo green. That's what it needs. Yeah. I'm gonna be sparing with it because it's phthalos. You know how they take over. Put it down here, right next to the yellow where it'll smear all into it. And it's also very transparent. I say that, and then it is going on pretty well. Maybe it's because I have that shape laid down. And that helps give that reddish in there a real much more depth to it. I'm almost scared to mess with it too much. I think that's part of my problem today. I'm being too apprehensive. So I'm not getting those nice luscious shapes. Brush strokes. That's not too bad. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm also shooting at a higher resolution, so the image is as clear as possible. Get that shadow a little better. That edge more defined. Usually I have like a vision, a mental image of what I want it to be like. I don't have it this time. See what I can do with that green in here. Oh yeah, there we go. Trying to make the darks on the red vase darker so it has some depth to it. Get the shape of that ribbon, the end of it wrong. That's better. yellow ochre. This one flower here, it's pretty hidden, but I think I'm only going to go until 1:30 my time. Don't know what that is. What is that? I think I had the ribbon coming down. Let's just lighten that a little bit. Make it gray. Maybe it'll. I'm seeing I got the height of this off. More even. Trying to get rid of some of that reddish that's smeared there. I'll go ahead and connect this. I forgot I took all that out. think I'm just going to take that out too. I am only going to go until 1:30 my time, which is about another 15 minutes. I have a appointment later I need to prepare for. I believe I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to work on this tomorrow or if I'm going to hold off and do it Friday. What I may do is get all the rough spots off of this on Friday and then go over it all. Again with another layer. So that means this is more like an underpainting, which I hadn't planned on, but by Friday it'll be dry enough that I won't be able to work wet and wet. So and that's what I prefer to work in. I imagine I'll go watch the news while I'm getting ready for later, and then I'll get all bummy today. So this is a good thing I'm doing this. What was that all about, Poncho? Now that I know that this is more of an underpainting, I can get some of these. I need to get that magenta out. Make a much prettier pinkish. It's kind of interesting. I have those there, and then that line, those lines there. I don't know if that's good interesting or bad interesting, but if I decide it's bad, I'll just paint over it. I need another one going crossways in here or something. Maybe some yellow for highlight. Kind of like how those look now. I need that leaf right there. Dadnabbit. Got about 5 more minutes maybe. Of paint time. And then I'll need to log off. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I could do another pastel in the morning. Now that I have my camera a little better. I think I like that idea of doing I have no idea what I'm gonna do of. Hey Heather, I'm not gonna be streaming for a whole lot longer. This one's gonna wind up being the underpainting of it. I'm gonna come back to it on Friday. And I'll do a oil pastel tomorrow morning. 4 sprints. What are you up to? Anything interesting? Staying out of trouble? Getting into trouble? Ooh, I just was not thinking when I did that. Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking about the painting. Hello. I am just about to leave for the day. And I will finish this on Friday. Tomorrow I'll do a oil pastel study. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? I am going to probably scrape off a lot of this to make it smooth. I love this right here. To get the bumps off. And then I'll paint over it with what needs to be done. I know I said I was going to end it. I need to. See, I haven't done anything with that up there. That looks awful. Okay, I am going to gray in this spot. The right value. And eventually I'm going to put my brush down. Again, I'm going to probably go over a lot of this. Because a lot of times too, if you do an underpainting, which I did not intend to do this time, it will give it a little more depth. It might make the painting look richer. So I'm not upset that I need to use this in that way. That's a little too much. Okay, I'm gonna make this video way too long if I keep going. I think that needs a connection here somehow. Okay. That looks veiny. Looks like a hand. I'm gonna take at least one of these out. And make that better. Hey Kay, how are you doing? What are you up to? No good? popping in to see what you're doing, and boop the like button. Thank you. It still needs a lot of work. I think I'm going to work on it on Friday. I think that's a good place to stop. Woo! Grab some iced coffee straw. I like how this has like a, your eye kind of goes in that dark area. Anywho's, it's warm here. I'm gonna clean off my palette and schedule a stream for tomorrow morning to do an oil pastel, and I'll come back to this on Friday. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Again, if you have any comments or questions or whatnot, just feel free to go ahead and put it in the comments, and I will answer as best I can. I appreciate y'all. Stay safe.